Born in New Orleans, raised in New Orleans.
$10 was.
They're trying to find their way back to New Orleans.
Places, people.
Where's the guest?
Francois, he's sick.
We go on in 12 seconds. Who did you get to replace him?
Adam? Did anyone tell the host?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spring Breakers. I'm your host, Holly Houston. So, Francois, I understand you're an exchange student?
Well, I don't know who Francois is, but my name's Adam.
Well, it says Francois on my card, sir, so let's not interrupt me again, okay, Francois? Do you vacation in the United States often?
Well, once again, I'm not Francois, and I actually live in the U.S., so I guess I vacationed for a long time.
So, how was your first spring break in America?
Well, once again, I live in America, so I've been spring breaking here for 21 years, so it was pretty good this year.
Well, then can you tell us where you went over your spring break?
For this spring break, I actually went to 4 different states. I went to, the main attractions were Atlanta and New Orleans.
What were some of the interesting landmarks that you went to?
Definitely New Orleans was very full of culture and just a lot of really unique things to see. We went to Bourbon Street and the French Quarter. We went to a bunch of flea markets and, of course, the bars.
Okay, well, what was like your favorite part, would you say, from the trip?
My favorite part, I don't know, like I mentioned earlier, the flea market. It was a really unique experience. There was just a whole bunch of different people, different stories, just a mashup of different things to look at. It was a great time.
Did you meet any interesting people while you were there?
I didn't meet any interesting people, no, unfortunately. One really cool thing, though, was the hostel I was staying at in New Orleans was actually right next to, if you're familiar with American Horror Story, we were actually right next to the Coven House from season 2 or 3, actually season 3. So I got to see that, got some pictures with that. So that was a pretty cool thing.
Okay, so did you guys travel by car?
Yeah, we did a lot of driving.
So how long was the total trip? Like how long were you in the car?
Oh, total, I'm not quite sure. I've probably, close to 24 hours. I know actually the last day of the trip, we drove straight from Tennessee to Pennsylvania. So that was a straight 9-hour trip. And then I got straight back from that and had to sit through a 3-hour lecture for class. So that was fun.
Okay, so since you were in the car for so long, did you guys play any games? What did you do to really pass the time?
Yeah, there's only one real car game that I know, and it's the alphabet game. So when you're driving around, if you see a sign or a billboard with an A, you'll say there's A, and then you go all the way through the alphabet. The hard thing about that is we were on the interstate, so there wasn't very many signs. So I don't even think I completed the alphabet.
Did anybody get stuck on Q?
Yeah, Q is the hardest one. We got some Quality Inns and Dairy Queens, and that's about it.
Did you guys take any stops to see any sights while you were on your way down?
Oh yeah, actually we used this app called Road Trippers. So it told you a bunch of interesting stops along the way, and we actually saw a variety of the world's largest items. So we saw the largest pencil, the largest paint bucket, the world's largest marble, what else? The largest guitar. Yeah, it was just a random assortment of things. And we also saw the world's smallest car. So, yeah.
Okay. New Orleans is remembered for many things. One thing especially is the food. Can you describe the experience? Did you eat anything interesting while you were there?
Oh yeah, the food was amazing. Everything we had was, just great. I know New Orleans is really known for the crawfish, but I would never eat a crawfish. I don't know, I just don't like the way they look. But my favorite meal was on the French Quarter. We went to a restaurant, and I honestly can't remember the name of it, but I remember the food. I had a shrimp po' boy, and the shrimp was it was massive. It was just a great sandwich. And then a lot of Creole food, spices. Yeah.
So, Francois, how was the spring break in comparison to spring breaks in France?
You know, I can't really answer that because I'm not Francois and I've never been to France, so I just don't know what to say to that.
I'm so sorry. I'm still reading off of the card. So, have you ever been to France, Adam?
You know, like I just said, no, I've never been to France. I've never been out of the United States. So, well, I guess I lie. I've been to Canada once, but like, does that really count? Because I went before you even needed a passport, so I don't count it. So yeah, I don't know about France.
Okay, well, can you rate us for your spring break experience in the United States?
I just don't know what to say. Like, it was a 10 out of 10. USA, #1. I'm done.